point, if I don't ask you about Vikram Vedha remake, the world won't accept me. That's for sure. You adapt your own film in Hindi. Tell me what changes.
Hrithik and Saif are just brilliant actors, and what they can
They are, yes.
Yeah, so what they can do with the written word is amazing. We have identified what the next festival is going to be, what next micro festival is going to be.
We can take names, I won't complain. We can take
No, we can't.
Koimoi.com.
Point, if I don't ask you about Vikram Vedha remake, the world won't accept me. That's for sure. You adapt your own film in Hindi. Tell me what changes.
Okay, we can't talk too much about it, but let me just say this, that we still have the same story, but it's rooted completely differently. And for us, that is a very important thing. Where are we setting the story determines a lot of things on how the story unfolds. That is one. And the other is, we come from a school which strongly believes that the written word is 50% of it, and what the actor brings to it is the other 50%.
Yes.
So we work a lot with performers, and Hrithik and Saif are just brilliant actors, and what they can
They are, yes.
Yeah. So what they can do with the written word is amazing. And so in that way, it is a brand new film for us. And through the whole process, we have kept feeling that. So, yeah.
That's so amazing. But you guys know the Hrithik Saif and Madhan Sethupathi combination. There are going to be comparisons, right? Are you guys prepared?
I mean, you can't.
There's no way you can prepare for that. I'm sure there will be. Everybody will have an opinion, and everybody's opinion is equal and valid. We'll have to just face the onslaught at that point of time.
That's so true. But do you guys plan to take the Sural universe ahead, and how does it go?
So we do have some ideas for how further seasons will play out. One of the key lines is what happened to Amini.
I mean, there's been a lot of chatter on social media, like our messages from friends who were like asking what happened to Amini.
So that will be a narrative thread. That will be a narrative thread which holds on for a few seasons. But our pitch to Amazon itself was small town big crime set on in the backdrop of a micro festival. So that will be the idea going forward also.
We've been looking at a lot of festivals and lot of local myths, so that research has been going on.
And we have identified what the next festival is going to be, what next micro festival is going to be.
We can take names, I won't complain. We can take
No, we can't. That has become a surprise. And more importantly, we have a lot of research work pending in that. For us again to dig down and find the base myth and the exact rituals which happen and all that, that level of detailing we'll need to get into. That's actually already started.
We have to attend the festival and shoot our videos. So
yeah, it's a process. It's a long process.
It is definitely, yes. But right now we stand on the lines that are blurring. Say it's with the films and OTT, it's with the North and South, that debate. But we also talk about language supremacy at this point. Where do you guys stand? What's your opinion on that?
So, see, we think a story is set in a particular space and time, and it will come associated with a language. A language, when you see, this has been dubbed into so many languages. I don't know what language you saw it in, but
I saw the original version.
You saw the original version.
I always prefer the original version.
So that line is what is getting blurred now. So a lot of people have written to us about watching it in Hindi, in Kannada, in Telugu, in Malayalam. And the dubbing has also turned out to be pretty good, apparently. We would also prefer watching stuff in the original language with
I think
English
people
subtitles.
are used to watching a lot of stuff with subtitles. No, it's easy for them. Otherwise, slightly newcomers or actually even my parents' generation and all, it is too much for them to follow the drama, emotion, and read the subtitle at the same time.
Yes.
So this was
actually really helps.
This was actually a reveal which happened to us when we were talking to a big actor in Hindi when they saw the film and they just wanted to have a chat. And he had to see the film 3-4 times because he was reading the subtitle and watching the film. And somehow he felt like, I'm missing out on that performance moment. I'm missing out on what was there in the eye. So he saw it once. then he saw it once more with the subtitles, and then he saw it once more with having that knowledge of what was actually being said. Now, dubbing solves this. So you are not losing out on what is that performance, what is that moment of beauty which is happening on the screen, because you're trying to read
I
subtitles.
think quality of dubbing is also come along.
So it just depends on where you're coming from. I mean, if you've grown up watching a lot of stuff with subtitles, I think it becomes easier. It's sometimes difficult to adapt if you're not. So a good dubbing does help. So I think the language part of it is we're becoming language agnostic as we go forward.
Yes.
We are consuming content from all across the world, and hopefully the rest of the world will start seeing a bunch of Indian films and Indian shows in their theaters, on platforms like Prime Video.
To come back to your this thing, actually, I mean, I really don't like to divide as North and South films and North films.
Yes.
We are all making stories. We are all Indian stories. We are all making Indian stories, and how we've tried to treat Sural is also as an Indian story. So for long, we've been consuming content from all over the world, US, UK, Korea, and all that. So you want the world to look at Indian content, look at Indian stories. So that is the big aim.
That's the big aim, and it should be. It definitely should be.